4:14. We're up. I'm feeling good, man. I don't really feel like a subhuman anymore. Like 3.5 weeks ago, I just felt like a clown. I felt disgusting, shameful, didn't want to be around people. And I started the Kilo Protocol 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Really, I started it earlier. I quit all the instant gratification. I defined what the protocol was going to be 3, 4 days ago, whatever. But I've been off instant gratification. That's what I want to talk about, man. Like, I feel like a human again. My brain works again now after maybe 6 days of it, maybe longer even. And guys, this was getting so bad in my life to the point where we were considering screening me for ADHD, depression and anxiety, and autism. Right, I took an autism test, 80 question one, and I scored really, really high. I scored higher than the average score that autistic people get. So, and that's not to say that I definitely don't have those things now that I feel better, but like the positioning or the framing is completely different. Before it was like finding out what's wrong with me and why I can't be normal. And now it's like, oh, you were always functional. You're always capable of productivity and achieving something. But these things were just destroying your brain. Just making it impossible to get anything done. Now, other people use instant gratification and they do get things done. So I personally believe that I have some proclivity to just get completely fucked by it, right? My girlfriend that I met last year, we're not together right now, but when she met me, I wasn't on instant gratification at all. I wouldn't watch TV shows, I couldn't. And when we'd eat food, she'd always ask like, have we got something? And I'm like, I don't do that. Anyway, eventually she convinced me to watch a TV show with her. We binged it for 6 hours, and I promise you, I've basically been on this downward spiral for the past 120 days. I promise you, it started then. My brain, after a 6-hour binge of TV, never regulated itself again until I cut out all of the feeder behaviors related to instant gratification. It started with that 6-hour binge. Next day we're watching it again. Late nights. Now I'm scrolling on Instagram more often. Then I get back on YouTube. Then I start playing chess. Then I started playing Pokemon. I was playing some Nuzlocke and some shit. Then I'm getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And it all started from that initial action. And it caused this chain of events that led me to just start having these daily habits that were feeding into fucking up my brain to the point where it was like, is he depressed? You know, is it just the autism? Is that why he just swings up and down? My girlfriend thinks I'm bipolar or split personality, whatever. Like, and not just her, loads of people. And here I am 5 days later, realizing that I just needed to detox. So look, it works for me. I'd recommend it to everyone, but everyone's different, but I know it fucking works for me. Anyway, today and yesterday, we'll talk about yesterday, my goals were to train in the park, do some calisthenics. I was really fucking scared. Like I have serious anxiety, mostly to do with calisthenics and getting back into calisthenics. It's not quite getting back into gym, it's that. So that was going to be a big deal. And then I wanted to get up at 6 and do some work on my course. So to review, I did go to calisthenics. I did train pretty hard. I'm very proud of myself for doing that. I'm very happy with how that went. I did wake up at 6. I made my YouTube video, and then I did some work, but I really didn't do that much work. The the course, ooh, I drank so much milk this morning, I feel weird as hell. Yeah, the bit that I was on was about niche selection, and I already know my niche, but because I want to go into this as if I know nothing, I still took the time to watch it, and it was a bit of a drag, and it just, by the end of it, I did manage to get a few gems out of the 2 hour video, you know, and I'm proud of myself for still watching it and trying to be dedicated to that learning process, you know, but a lot of it was very much not just revision, but stuff that's genuinely burnt into my head, you know, so I could have done with a bit more of a productive learning session. And it was only a 2 hour block, and I didn't make the time to do another 2 hour block, so it was a 2 hour day yesterday. Is what it is. Still a good day. So yeah, that was the only goals. Other than that, I spent some time with my family. Great day yesterday, honestly. And I fell asleep at 8 p.m. So I'm rested today, 8 hours sleep. So that's good. Right. Today, wake up at 4 a.m. We've done that. Go to the gym this morning. My dad's supposed to be going. I'm going to message him after this. So I should be getting driven today, nice and easy. My cousin says she's going to come with us. We'll see if she wakes up. Who knows? And I need to meal prep. Oh, I do like cooking, but I hate being forced to do it because there's no food in my fridge, if that makes sense. Like, I'm making a fish pie, which should be nice. I don't think I've ever made a fish pie, but I've got a kilo of fish pie mix, so that should be good. I'm going to find ways to add fats into the recipe to increase the calories density of the meal. But it's already a pretty calorie dense meal, I'm pretty sure, because just making a roux in general will always add a lot of calories to a meal. And then obviously studying the project. Any other goals for today? Yes. I didn't get kicked out of my house, which is what I was worried about. And part of that is that I need to find ways to make money quicker than the time it will take to invest my time into this business. So I've got some skills and qualifications that I can offer to estate agents. So make some progress. I'm not going to define it now, but make some progress today in that direction. That would be another goal. And another thing I learned from the course was in regards to feeder actions I spoke about earlier, but actions that feed a massive spiral of consequences that lead to parts of your life that you really don't like, right? And if we use the example of me watching that TV show, I was depressed and I lost 10 kilos in 40 days, right? And I couldn't get up and work and feed myself, didn't like myself. And I can link that back to when I first watched the TV show, but watching the TV show wasn't the feeder action. The feeder action is what keeps the entire spiral or chain going. And that would have been like, the consequence of watching that was like, I downloaded Instagram again, which the consequence of that was I started watching short film, and the consequence of that was I started watching YouTube. And then like the feeder action was probably watching YouTube, because YouTube fucks my brain the most easily. And then that's the thing that led me to playing video games again, you know? So when you cut out the feeder action, the whole chain eventually stops, not straight away. It's been a while, but so I was challenged to find feeder actions in my life that are leading to bad outcomes. And I thought, well, I've cut out everything. What can it be? And then I realized I'm waking up at 4 a.m, but I'm doing it by any means. And I'm not having a lot of good night's sleep. I'm having a lot of going to sleep at 11, waking up 5 hours later and just getting through it. And then being mad tired throughout the day, struggling to concentrate when I'm studying, falling asleep in the middle of the day. So what I came up with, 3 days of the week are mandatory bedtime 8 p.m. days, no debate. The same way that it's no debate to get up at 4, these days are no debate you have to go to bed at 8. There is no condition where you're allowed to stay up later, right? So what does that look like? Monday, today, Wednesday, and Thursday. So slowly adding guaranteed nights of proper recovery. And then on the other days, I'm still going to try. It's going to be my goal. But if I don't make it, it's not going to be the end of the world, you know? Right. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I've got to get on with it. I've got to get to the gym. Leg day today. Woo! Life is good.